here with Stereo the BigMan.
Yeah.
What you know about that? Fresh out of NY, hitting the city. What's up, bro?
What's up with you, man?
Glad you can make it, man.
No doubt.
Glad you can make it, man. I'm hearing a lot of things. I'm hearing BadBoy. I'm hearing all these relationships. You know, now when I listen to your music, big man, you know, it kind of puts me back in the day where artists really took their craft to heart, and you know, where they spent a lot of time on it. It wasn't a fly-by-night thing, and I don't think it's that with you.
Definitely not. You know, today, you know, in music, you know, they putting it out so fast. Some hitting and some missing. You know, at the end of the day, the record company don't really care. If it stick to the wall, they're gonna be behind it. If it don't, it's not. But nothing beats a good song. You know what I'm saying? Nothing beats a song everybody can relate to, and that could be around for years. People quit making them kind of songs. You know?
Now, what people may or may not know is that you've been in the industry, you've been in the game for quite some time. It wasn't all sweet as it is now, because you're running around doing shows crazy now.
Right.
Hard-working man.
Right.
Doing numerous shows. But in the beginning, man, you were basically carrying bags. You were trying to find your way.
Definitely.
Tell us about the early days.
Well, you know, my history is like my family been in the music for a long time. My father used to play for the OJays. My mom seen jazz. And
oh, your father was he was a background singer?
No, he used to play drums. My father was a musician, so he used to play drums for the OJays. He had his own label. He produced like some of the older groups. So it's just been a part of my history in general.
So you were coming up around them when the OJays was popping and stuff, doing like that?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, that's big. That's one heck of an influence right there. The OJays. If anybody knows the OJays. Real successful, very talented.
And ironically, I'm in the studio right now with Walt Williams from the OJays doing his album,
Is
producing his album. Yeah.
So what's the conversation been like between you and Walt? Since you know having that history.
Yeah, you know, like
what kind of encouragement is it?
Right, Gerald Levert is named after my father. That's how tight they all were. So at the end of the day,
your father named Gerald.
Yeah, my father's named Gerald. So at the end of the day, it's just crazy to just be sitting there doing what my father did. Pretty much as far as like producing and stuff with these guys, with this guy from his generation.
Right.
You know, my father passed on, so I feel like I'm kind of carrying the legacy of, you know, what he's doing. But our conversations are always like what they used to do back in the day. You know, they always know that, boy, you and your daddy, you know, and all that type of stuff. So they always gonna throw that at you, you know. But, you know, it's a good relationship. It's real good. It's like family, like working with family.
Now, Walt, in his older days now, they're in their older days, are they open to your critique and criticism?
Again, I'm like my father, so I kind of walked them through it. But with Walt he ain't skipped a beat. He still got that voice, that silky smooth. So it's so easy to work with him because he'll learn it and, you know, and then what I'll do, I'll drop it first vocally and then let him learn it after that. But he's on point.
Now, have you ever been told that your music puts you in the mindset of 90s music?
Definitely.
Every moment since you've gone away and left me here, I've been missing you. And though I try, hide more tears. Everything looks different now. How inside I feel so empty, like holding on to a wedding vow. And though I try, I can't let go. This isn't supposed to be our destiny. I can't let go. The love that I have for you goes on forever. I can't let go. No.
I like groups of the 90s, you know, H-Town, Casey and JoJo. You know, all those guys, they rocked in the 90s. So, you know, Aaron Hall, R. Kelly back then too.
Classics.
They made classic material. So when I say that, it's like it's a compliment for your music to be. Now, was that by design or you just stuck in that era?
Well, no, what it is that for me per se, like the album that I'm dropping now, believe it or not, this is what I mean by classics. most of these songs was done 5 and 10 years ago. You understand? They still popping right now. So once I brainstorm and really put my pen to work, it's dangerous.
It's a lot of up and coming artists that watch this show that pay attention to what's going on. They always want to learn an advantage, and to write material and to be compensated for it. You were speaking about being on top.
Yeah,
of
you
business.
have to be on your business. If you don't do the first thing any writer producer should do is get to ASCAP, CSAC, or BMI and get your publishing up. Make sure your publishing is in order. It don't cost nothing. All you have to do is call those places and get a package sent to you, fill out the paperwork, send it back. They only charge you when you start making money. And at the same time, make sure you get your copyright situation together. All you got to do is hit up the Congress, Library of Congress. They'll send you a packet with the copyrights in it.
Were you having...
Definitely.
Because the game is to be sold, not to be told.
Right.
Now, were you having issues with this stuff coming up? Because you have been in the game for a minute.
Right.
Not a spring chicken in it. So what has taken so long to come with material?
Basically, shout out to the hecklers in the audience. No, basically, what it is that, being in New York, let me give y'all a little taste of this. New York is hella expensive to live in.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. So a lot of times I would write hits and just get money. You understand? You don't need to put my name on it. They ain't trying to give me no publishing, but they give me that 60 grand and that, 30, 40, 50 grand. I need that. You know what I'm saying? Just to live.
Oh, so hold on. Let me fathom that because that's an ill dynamic. Okay, you said you were starting out and you were writing for people and you wasn't getting the publishing credit, and the writer's credit, but they were handing you checks of $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. So is that a practice still going on?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you know anything about like LA, New York, the major cities, let me tell you something. Renting a room is like $1,700 a month. You just renting a room, so you can imagine living nice. Right. You know what I'm saying? So anything else is $2,300 a month. $5 grand a month. So you have to make money.
Right.
You have to make money. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 100. You ain't selling drugs or something. Right. You got to do something. You got to make money.
So artists is more inclined to go ahead and take the money and not worry about the paper.
Exactly. But you build relationships as you go. Because one thing for sure, and one thing for certain, when you make a hit and you writing hits, that's going to pay off. So sometimes you got to just be logical and move.
Now you keep honing your craft because you became sort of like the king of the karaoke circuit.
You ain't saying that.
Hold on, that may sound funny, but he's actually taking over the karaoke circuit.
Yeah, that's my. But that's rehearsal for me. When I'm not on tour, not on the road, I have to keep my chops.
That's no small, but we
go. Here we go.
He called me on the phone, telling me what's going wrong. How bad he's treating you. What am I supposed to do? Girl, I feel your pain. You're driving me insane to the thought about losing this good thing before you take on his last name. Bet you he don't love you right. Bet you he don't want you like I do. I know he don't want you like the way I feel you. Bet you he won't treat you right and stand by your side like I do. I know he don't want you like the way I feel you. I remember when it used to be you and me, then he came along. Then you chased that fantasy. Now you see you had it all wrong. Did you think I would be here standing around and waiting for you? Must think I'm crazy. You're gonna miss me, baby.
My niggas about to do it all. Hollywood in the hood. I need my driver license and you'll see what I ride. Let out. Don't crap my style.